And it's Scotland going to kick off. The rain still falling quite heavily. Craig Chalmers lofts it very high, and Van Heerden went in front, and immediately Scotland penalised. It may have been David McIver for playing a man who didn't have the ball, and Frick Burger clearly calling number 6, and so the first penalty to France. There's Alain Penaud, who's the new young French standoff half, 22 years old, his third international. Shortened line for Scotland from Edwards. Bit of pulling on a jersey there. And the referee insisting on the front rows waiting, not engaging till the ball is available. Now, we'll notice on this side, Philippe Gallard immediately tried to take David Soul down by pulling on his left shoulder. Held it up a bit better that time. The pick up and drive by Van Heerden, trying to get it to Tordo. Galtier, the left-footed kick across the breaking forward. There's trouble here for the Scots as Cecilien got up there. Rob Wainwright managed to get a hand to it. That's the Scottish goal line. Trouble for the Scots right away. So that left-footed kick over the breaking forward by Galtier, the scrum half, is a typical French ploy. Ireland use it as well. And the Scots now know how dangerous it can be. Andrew Nicol got it away well to Craig Chalmers. Craig Chalmers was unlucky a bit. He had to go to his left and put himself on his left foot, simply because of the way, the angle that the Predators came at him. Genet with the throw. France have cut to 5. Caban got fingers to it, taken by Armari. Gallard laid it back. Galtier, Penaud. Penaud, a snaky runner. On there to Caban. Caban, this great flank forward of theirs. Salah has it now. And you can see the difficulty the players are having already. That ball rather slippery already, and the top of the pitch as well. But of course they've got to adapt to that. Referee Frick Burger bringing the front rows a bit closer together, but again not allowing them to engage until the ball was available. Pick up by White, out to Nicol. Nicol to Gavin Hastings. That's found a lot of space behind Sadourny. Sadourny back almost to his own goal line. And he's put it dead. It'll be Scotland's ball. What a lovely kick that was by Gavin Hastings. And that's a favourite ploy, John.
Yes, it's reminiscent of 1986 or 88 when Gavin did something similar. Berbissi was a scrum half, but he scored off it. But a great attacking position for Scotland from here, though.
Ken Milne making sure that everybody heard the signal taken by Edwards at the front. They're going to drive over. It's a try! I don't know whether Big Neil Edwards held on to it, but the forwards drove, and it was a superb effort. And it is indeed Edwards there. What a wonderful moment for the big fella, the big Anglo-Scot, the 27-year-old, his first international try in his third international, and it was beautifully made by the forwards. It was a perfect throw by Ken Milne. What a jump by Edward, but look at the drive by the other forwards. What a wedge they created. He made it all right. Great positioning by the referee.
Just the absolute start Scotland wanted. Neil Edwards has been working very hard in his line-outs around Kenny Milne, and to catch it in these terrible conditions was tremendous, and he's driven over by the rest of the forwards. An excellent start for Scotland.
Craig Chalmers, little chip kick taken by Van Heerden. On there to the hooker, Genet. Genet tackled by Soul, and indeed by David McIver. David Soul has recovered, and the Scots again with a magnificent wedge drive. Tordo, number 6, he's the one with the thatched cottage on his head. A very fiery customer. They reckon he's got a short fuse, but he'll have to make it longer today after what happened in Paris 3 weeks ago. Ken Milne did well. He didn't quite strike it first time, but he did well. Charge down of Gavin Hastings' kick. Tony Stanger has to get across to save it. But that shows you how quickly the French are in getting up across the gain line. Doddy Weir couldn't hold it. Good bit of saving again by Neil Edwards, the big lad from the Harlequins. That's him with the headband on the left-hand side of the lock positions. There's danger here for the Scots as Van Heerden holds. He managed to control it. It almost got away from him. He's got to watch his binding. Van Heerden picks up, but a good bit of work by Wainwright. Wainwright got in between Van Heerden and his support, and that was what saved Scotland there. Galtier inside to Van Heerden, but the slippery ball causing trouble. Holding down on a shoulder. So Frickberger there, who's doing his 4th test match. He's done something like 140 provincial games, and Doddy Weir was the man penalised for holding down his opposite number. Jean-Baptiste Lafond to cut the deficit. Stroked it pretty well, but it's just got inside. It looked as if it had missed, but it's 4 points to 3 for Scotland. Good strike by Lafond. Big Scott Hastings there, who today is playing his 34th international along with his brother Gavin. They both got 39 caps, and they're a world record for a centre partnership with Sean Lenine. Sadurni has a real chance, out there to Lafond. Lafond tackled by Wainwright and by Ivan Tukalo at the corner, but that just gives you an indication of how dangerous they are. In there came Saint-André. Another lovely ball for Galtier, onto Cecilon. Superb tackle by Gavin Hastings. Galtier once again, Pinot. That's Lafond still. Ball went forward, Scotland will get the advantage. They'll have to scrummage for it. Oh, the standoff half initially, and then Armory came again, and it was at that point, as he went down, that the Scots, well, they certainly, one was on the wrong side anyway, and Neil Edwards may have gone over the wrong side as well. Lafond then, he's got it bang on, his 2nd penalty goal, France in the lead, and certainly on pressure that deserves to be. 2 points in the lead, 15 minutes of the second half gone, but he's playing advantage. This is Lenine trying to get inside to Wainwright, and a Frenchman went over and tried to play the ball with a hand in the ruck that developed. I think that's the indication given by the referee, and it's a penalty to Scotland. Well, they'll be breathing a sigh of relief out there, Scotland, because they have really been under pressure in this second half. Gavin Hastings then. The flags are up. He's done it again, the big fellow. Flags waving here at Murrayfield, but the crowd knows very well that Scotland have still an awful lot to do. Menel still, great tackle by Derek White. A superb tackle by the number 8. And Caban lost possession of it as he was driving forward. But Frank Menel of the Racing Club in his 47th international was dropped for this match, but look at him go here, and watch this tackle. Derek White, that was a try-saver. Pick up by Derek White. White half caught by Tordo. Pick up by Nicol to Chalmers. Chalmers switching to the narrow side. Chalmers still. Chalmers dummying inside there to Ken Milne. Ken Milne, 2-3 metres short. Great work here by the Scot. Nicol out there to Gavin Hastings. He charges on. They're still 5-6 metres from the French line. Nicol trying to work the blind side. Out to Chalmers. Chalmers still. Blue jerseys everywhere. No way through. Once again Nicol going. And very good defence by the Frenchman, but it's a penalty to the Scots for being offside at the breakdown point, and this is a crucial moment for Scotland. Gavin Hastings hints at taking a tapped one, but he's calmed down. So have I, for that matter. Some wonderful bits of rugby. Ken Milne getting within 5 metres, falling and laying the ball back so well. And then here, Nicol feeding out. Gavin Hastings having a thump. Tordo with the tackle. He has played well, the big fellow with the hair, I must say. But again, Scotland in a great attacking position. Now listen to the roar if he slots this one. This to stretch the lead. Well, I needn't tell you, his second penalty goal for Gavin Hastings, 381 points in 39 internationals, Scotland leading 10-6. The crowd are delighted, as you'd imagine, because they haven't won at Murrayfield since 1978. There are the two captains, David Soule and Philippe Sella. And they know they've been in a battle. It was no great...
But England, uncatchable now, they can rest content. Their performance yesterday may not have quite lived up to expectations,